Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach Caroline's channel. I'm here today with Nicholette Hemingway, and I cannot wait to introduce you to her. I met her on Clubhouse. She's an amazing powerhouse of inspiration and expertise. I'm going to read you her bio. As the owner and operator of Nike H Speaks LLC, she helps individuals elevate their careers through services like career coaching, interview preparation, and resume writing. An Amazon #1 best-selling author, Nicholette has written 3 transformative books, including Little Black Girl from the Beach, A Wake-Up Call from God, and 5 Secrets to Nail That Job. Her faith-based and professional development works empower readers to find their voice and tell their unique stories. With a master's degree in public health administration, a passion for captivating writing, and a heart for inspiring others, Nicholette brings wisdom, grace, and actionable advice to every platform she graces. It's an honor to have her with us today. Hello, Nicholette.
Hi, how are you, Coach Caroline?
Yes, I'm good. You know what, Nicholette, your journey is so inspiring, and the work that you do to empower others and their careers and their personal growth is incredible. I mean, what I've heard from you so far, I'm just looking forward to learning more about you and about your book and your authorship journey, because your impact is undeniable from what I have heard. I'm so excited to dive deeper into your experiences and your wisdom today. So, what inspired you to write your latest book?
What inspired me, pretty much my daughter had been getting on me for years. She was like, Mom, you got to tell your story. And I was like, I'm not telling my story. My life is boring. She was like, No, Ma, the stuff that you've done, things that you've gone through, you need to put this in a book. And I was like, no, it's not worth that. And several years went by. And finally, I started writing the book probably in 2018. And I would get to a hard part and put it aside, let it sit for a few months and come back again and pick it up, another hard part, put it aside.
Right.
Until one day I was actually editing a book for a friend. And I heard God tell me, now you're editing so-and-so's book. When are you going to finish yours? And I hurried up and edited her book, sent it back to her. And then I completed my book in 2 weeks. So definitely my daughter, and just her telling me that I have a story to tell.
Right. You're talking about Little Black Girl from the Beach, right? Yes. And so I know what you mean. Like, it's not always easy to see the value in our own story, right? It can take some pushing and encouragement from other people, I think, right?
You're
What was
exactly
it?
right.
Yeah, like what was it that made you, I know she was like a catalyst, but what was it in you that helped you see the worth and value in your story?
Pretty much in me, it was, you're an overcomer. You've overcome so many things. And so it's good to put your story out there so other people can see, hey, I went through something similar like this, and she overcame, I can overcome as well.
Right. When they read your story, then maybe they will see a solution to the problems or challenges that they're going through.
Yes.
Right. Is there a specific moment or event that sparked your story, or you're wanting to tell this story?
No, I think it's probably a culmination of several events, things from childhood, teenage years, young adulthood. And so it was like, it's time. And I was
Okay.
also going through a moment of self-reflection in terms of, where were you, where are you now, and where are you going? And so that really planted the seed. Okay, let's, put the story to writing, put it on paper. And so
Yeah.
that was it, just a time of self-reflection.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So how did you come up with the title and what does it signify?
The title, usually when I'm in conversation with people, depending on the situation, I'll say, oh, I'm just a little Black girl from the beach. I am from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And so I'm from the beach. And the wake up call from God pretty much stems from the main character, Denise or Nisi, her wake up call she got from God.
Mm. Okay. Okay. So, did you do any like research for this book?
No, I like to call it truth wrapped in fiction. Of course, the
Okay.
characters' names have been changed, but it's pretty much my life. And I just changed some things. And, I definitely changed the names because I know some of my folks, they would have tried to sue me, like, oh, can't believe you have me in the book. And
Okay.
so that was it. It was just, it's truth wrapped in fiction.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, what was the most challenging part of writing this book and how did you overcome it?
I think the most challenging part, Coach Caroline, was actually writing down some of the events that happen because some of
Mm,
them are painful. And
mm,
that was the most challenge. Like, do I write it? Do I not? Kind of you're sort of weighing, what to put in and what not to put in. And I'm
mm,
like, it happened. So put it in.
mm. Oh, okay. Okay. So, you're saying the most challenging part is kind of deciding, because they're sensitive
Yeah.
things, deciding which parts to put in and how to describe them by
Yes.
and also do them justice, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can relate to that. So, what did writing your book teach you about yourself and also about writing?
It taught me that I could do it. I could tell my story in a way that represents me, my personality, just some of the things that I do. So
Mm-hmm.
that was something that, I could represent myself. And then in terms of writing the book, it showed me that I do have a gift for writing. Just from previous positions I've held in my career, it involved a lot of writing. So I'm
Mm,
like, okay, if I can write policies and, write talking points for directors, then yeah, I can write a book.
right. Right. And you also mentioned editing. Like you said that you were editing your friend's book.
Yes.
So how did you approach the editing process for your own book?
The editing process for my own book, I did a check through. And then I also hired a professional editor. I always
Okay.
say, check the checker
Yeah.
because I'm not sure about how to format. I want to make sure my sentence structures were okay and
Mm,
just was the flow good. So that's why I hired a professional editor to make sure those things were in a line,
right.
formatting, checking just basic things. And
Mm,
so I liked when my editor, called me back. She was like, this is pretty good. You did really good in terms of writing it. There were
yeah.
not too many like things that she corrected. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
That's nice. So tell me about a mistake that you made that you would like to caution others against.
The mistake that I made was not advertising my book enough. Once I published it, I was like, okay, I'm just going to tell folks
Mm,
about it. I should have did that pre-publishing marketing. So that was a
oh,
mistake that I made. Didn't market the book before it came out.
oh, right. Yeah. So that's something that that I learned from my own business coach, which is to start promoting on the pre-sale, on the pre-order, right?
Yes.
And I don't know if you know this, but you can actually promote in such a way that you can become a best-selling author on the
Oh,
pre-order.
wow.
Yeah, you can become a best-selling author on the pre-order before your manuscript has actually been written.
Now that's a good deal.
Yeah. And then you have 1 year to write and upload your manuscript, and all that time you can promote it, you can build your business. Yeah, it's a really great strategy.
Well, I
Yeah.
think I will employ that with the sequel to this book. I definitely will do the pre-selling and, then have still time to write the book. So I'm not in such a rush per se or feel the pressure. Since you're
Right.
saying you have a year to
Yeah.
publish the book, it does give you time to get your product out there, to, make sure it's correct in terms of the editing, your book cover, all that information. So that's really good information. Thanks, Coach Caroline.
We can talk about it more later if you like.
Yes, thank you.
So, how did you? I mean, writing a book is no mean feat, like, it's a huge project. How did you stay motivated and productive during your writing process? I mean, are there any tools or habits or rituals that helped you to stay focused and motivated?
I took some advice that I had from my chair when I was in a doctorate program. And he told me, he said, write an hour a day. So that's something I did. I would write at least an hour a day, sometimes longer, because you get so caught up in it. You're just writing away. So that
Yeah.
was something I did. An hour a day, I would make
Yeah.
sure I wrote on the book.
Okay. And how long did it take you in total?
Well, I said this was a project that I started in 2018 and I
Right.
didn't finish till 2021. But
Right.
once I got into it, it was 2 weeks. It probably could have been quicker, but I had some things going on in life. And
Yeah.
so I stuck to that, at least an hour a day thing.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. So, how has publishing this book, how has it impacted your personal brand or your career?
It has impacted it in a good way because people are shocked when you say, "Oh, I'm a self-published author," or "Oh, I have a book on professional development." And so it's impacted in a good way because it makes people look at you in a different light. It gives you credibility because a lot
Mm,
of times you have people you encounter that just do whatever they do. And
yeah.
if you have a product behind you that is based on what you do, it really helps in terms of the credibility and
Right.
people, wanting to work with you.
Right. 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 Can you give me like a specific example of that?
Sure. In my business, because part of it is career coaching,
Yeah.
when I do workshops, seminars, I definitely promote my book, Five Secrets to Nail That Job.
Uh,
And they're just like, oh, wow, you actually put this in a book, about interviewing. And I'm like, yes, this is to help you. So
yeah.
not only am I making sales on that book, but also I'm getting clients in terms of wanting me to work with them to do their interviews, wanting me to redo their resume. So it really helps bring you clients.
Yeah. If you could describe your book in 3 words, what would they be?
Captivating, inspirational, and humbling.
Mm, captivating, inspirational, and humbling. Amazing. Did you discover anything else about yourself while writing this book?
I discovered that I can't worry about what people may say, their opinions, because it's my story. So
Right.
that, you know, at first, I think that's part of what took so long was I was worried about, oh my gosh, what if somebody reads such and such part? You know, they're
Yeah.
going to judge me.
Yeah.
I'm so beyond that. Once I turn 30, I so don't care what people think or say about me. So
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you can't dispute someone else's life.
Right.
And so that was something I had to learn. Like, it doesn't matter what people will say because everybody is not going to agree with it. Everybody's not going to support you. You do what is true to you.
Mm. Mm. And tell me a bit more about your company, Nike H Speaks LLC. Tell me a bit more about this company.
Sure. And Nike H Speaks comes from my name, Nicolette. Friends and family call me Nike. My last name's Hemingway, so I said H. And speaks. You know, I speak on a uh, different topics. And so my company encompasses career coaching. So if you're transitioning careers, you're seeking a promotion on your job, you just want to level up, then my business is here for you. And I also do resume writing, interview prep, attire selection, document letter writing, different types of things.
Yeah. Yeah. And who is your niche? Like who are the people that you usually serve?
My niche are transitioning military professionals, also mid-level professionals, like I said, whether they're seeking a promotion or they're changing industries. That's my
Mm,
niche.
mm, mm, mm. Okay. So, what advice would you give to other aspiring authors out there who are thinking about writing a book or struggling to complete their book?
My advice would be only you can tell your story, and you can tell your story best, and you
Mm,
have a voice. Don't
mm,
be afraid to use your voice because your voice can encourage someone else in a similar situation. We
mm,
think, oh, you know, nobody's going to listen, you know, my life or this book is going to be garbage. No, sir, no, ma'am. It's actually going to inspire other people. It's going to motivate other people
mm,
because it's really a small world where a lot of us deal with some of the same things. And to
mm,
see someone else, you know, overcome to get out of that situation, it's very
mm.
inspiring.
Yeah, yeah, that's so true. Nicolette, thank you so much for sharing your incredible journey, your insights, and your wisdom with us today. I can see that you have a passion for helping others find their voice and achieve their dreams, and this is truly inspiring. So, where can we find you on social media or a website?
Oh, sure. You can find me everywhere. And this is just, you know, what the book looks like.
Oh,
This
awesome.
is the cover. You can
Yes.
find me on Facebook under Nike H Speaks. You can find me on Instagram the same way, Nike H Speaks LLC on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn as Nicolette H. And then my
Mm.
website is nikehspeaks.com.
Amazing. And I'll put like your links and ways to find you in the captions to this video as well. Thank you
Great.
so
Thank
much. I know our audience has gained so much value from this conversation and that we are very grateful for your time and your generosity. Thank you so much, Nicolette.
Thank you, Coach Caroline, for the opportunity to share my story, to encourage, inspire someone else to put their story down. I say put pen to paper and just let it flow.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much.